through Buddy Bowie, we got a record deal of our own, even before we had a singer who were pursuing record deals. Some of the first demos we got were just instrumentals.
I don't think it would have ever happened without Buddy Bowie and Bill Lowry prompting it on, because we had no particular interest in it at that time. We made commercials for other people, some of us, and worked as a backup band on other people's records. Somebody would want to come in and do a demo and they'd need a band, and we'd do that, and we did that for a while, and we did it over at Lefebvre's studio.
There's a rhythm section down in Atlanta that plays together really good. They're easy to get along with. They're very creative. You know, Barry would come in the studio and you'd say, "Give me a solo." "I don't like that one, Barry. Try something else." He didn't get upset, get defensive, get his ego hurt. He'd just give you another solo. "Oh, you want a different attitude? Let me try this sound over here. Push this button, turn this, put out this other guitar. Let me try this Telly instead of this Gibson." Just easy going, good old country boys, man. Just burn up a guitar.
I was approached by both Mylon and Buddy about the same time as far as becoming part of a band, either the rhythm section or Mylon Lefebvre.
Mylon came close to getting Barry back, real close. Barry was into what he was doing. I think Buddy had to come off the hip to get Bailey to stay in Atlanta and stay in the studio. Thank goodness he did.
Yeah.
Bailey turned out to be one of the greatest guitar players that ever lived.
We just came to the agreement that we would get a singer and become a band of our own. Rodney Justo was the selected singer. And so we did one album with him about '71. The album really went nowhere, but we pursued.
It took a couple of years there to get the first album all finished, and amongst all the other work we were doing.
About the time I quit Lefebvre and went over there as an assistant engineer at Studio One, they were right in the middle of cutting their first album with Rodney Justo doing the vocals. I was dying to sing, so every chance I got, I would listen to playbacks and be in there, and I said, "Man, I'd love to sing that scratch for them or something." The first song I ever sang for them was Days of Our Lives, which was off the first album. Rodney wasn't threatened by that, because he was a tremendous singer and everything. I was just enjoying myself. He was having a good time. But as time rocked on, the guys were getting paid session work, for playing. And Rodney, we never did any vocal sessions at all. And Rodney just came to a point that he had to decide whether to lose his family or move on, and he moved on. Thank goodness, because I moved in.
We would do records, commercial records, like the classics for Billy Joe Royal, B.J. Thomas, 2 or 3 days a week or 3 or 4 days a week, and then we would work on our own stuff.
The first album I sang on was Back Up Against the Wall, the second album, Back Up. And at that point in time, the first album was doing a lot of acoustic guitar things and open deep tuning and arpeggio finger picking and that type of thing. When we did the second album, things turned a lot harder. We started doing what, honky-tonk rock and roll type. We did a couple of cuts like that. Back Up Against the Wall in Cold Turkey, Tennessee. Those were hard rock and southern picking songs. And we still did some of the acoustic stuff. That's when we started broadening the scope of what we were doing and becoming a band. It sounded like players that had played together for years, and all were hungry and chomping at the bit. And started becoming the rhythm section.
The second album to me, actually, that's when Ronnie came into the group. was more, it sounded more like a group. You know, I thought back up against the wall.